Come on, Dukes. Happening. Ooh. Hello. Now, you might be thinking one of three things right now. You might be thinking, first of all, there was nothing good about 2020. Review videos are quite self-indulgent. And what on earth is that Christmas tree all about? Well, in order, there were some good things about the year 2020. We're going to focus on the positives in this video, and that's the reason for this review. I don't usually do year reviews because I do feel they can be a bit self-indulgent, but I think this year we all need reminding, me included, of the good stuff that happened this year. As for the Christmas tree, well, I wasn't actually planning on spending Christmas alone at home. Well, obviously I wasn't alone, I was with Dougal. I was hoping to spend Christmas with my mum down in the south, in Kent. That didn't happen. And at very short notice, that was the best I could do. It's actually the Airstream Christmas tree. So it's black and silver that matches the inside of the Airstream. And it's a bit small and it's a bit black for this room. But hey, it's Christmas. So as we approach the end of the year 2020, I wanted to share the good stuff with you, look back at some of the great things we've done, and then at the end of the video we're going to talk a little bit about what next, what's coming, and also a very, very big thank you. But first of all, let's go back to January and when I got onto a train to France and then on to Germany, where I picked up a beautiful Bürstner motorhome and took it down to the French Alps. After getting back from Germany, it was probably the highlight of my 2020, and that is, I realised my dream of moving to North Uist in the Outer Hebrides. It was something I kept secret for a little while, but soon let the cat out the bag with a video. However, there was barely time to unpack before I was off to Birmingham and at the NEC, where I probably had the best video bomb ever.
Through the Caravan.
I'm really sorry about these guys from Midlands Motor Movers. Right, these people fitted the... What? Do you know... There's got to be an easier way to make a living than having to deal with these clowns.
The best mover on the market. Wonderful on the base.
In March, I took my vintage Caravan Glynnis down to Peterborough and Ferry Meadows Caravan and Motorhome Club site. There I spent an enjoyable day on the Nene Valley Railway with a legend in the model railway world, and that is Lewis from the channel Mouldy Raspberry. I also realised a secret dream of mine, which was to see Lewis's award-winning model railway in the flesh and even run one of my own trains on it. Look at it.
You're just gorgeous, aren't you?
And he knows it.
You know it. Yeah, you do.
Working it.
Continuing the model railway theme, I was delighted to go and visit Sheena and Andy and their wonderful workshop where they create Suitcase Trains. I'll leave a link to Suitcase Trains in the video below. What I didn't expect was the generosity of Sheena and Andy, who actually gifted me a suitcase train all of my very own. However, for reasons we all know, my trip was cut short and I had to head home, and suddenly our priorities all changed.
The Environment Secretary George Eustace insisted today that while there were logistical challenges, there was plenty of food to go round. However, there were warnings that the next potential weak link in the chain is the food manufacturers themselves. If production gets hit by staff absences, that will mark the beginning of a new and potentially serious supply chain problem.
And they have a little site shop here, and look what I got. Pasta! Oh, wrong way up. I got pasta, folks. They got pasta at Ferry Meadows. Happy days. Told you we were going to focus on the positives, right? Hang on a minute, Mike. Dougal, you've been dog-napped. You've been dog-napped.
Twirl of moustache, or sideys as the case may be.
So we are in Fort William. This reprobate,
Hello.
seriously, is actually a saint in disguise. He has just got me some groceries, haven't you? Thank you, Kenny. The pandemic started to bring out the best in many people, among them Rhoda Meek, who set up the website Aisle 20 to help island businesses despite the lack of visitors.
And so I set up this directory and asked people if they wanted to add their businesses. And it obviously struck a chord and people started adding their businesses. The nice thing about that is that it's not just the Inner or the Outer Hebrides. It also includes the Northern Isles as well, so Orkney and Shetland and the islands that make up those sort of bigger groups. While lockdown was very difficult for some people, for others it wasn't too bad. For me, it was an opportunity to get out there and explore the place that I now call home. As a bonus, I started taking videos and sharing these with people who couldn't get to the islands themselves.
The second great thing that happened to me in 2020 is that I finally discovered what caused my migraines, reactive hypoglycemia, and after a lifetime of pain, I was finally free. However, that still doesn't excuse the dad dancing that I did in the video. I'm sorry about that. The lockdown is over. It's finally time to hitch up the caravan and hit the road. Hit the road? Hit the road. July, and at the end of lockdown I hitched up my vintage caravan Glynnis and we headed off. However, there was some sad news to come, and I decided that running 2 caravans was just too much and Glynnis had to go. However, there was some very, very good news.
'Cause I get up and I may fall right back down, but your love lifts me back to solid ground. Yeah, I get up and I may fall right back down, but your love lifts me back to solid ground. Oh, I've come too far in this to raise my flag and call it quits. So I keep on pushing through. Oh, with every step my heart it pounds. Yes, so sure I've had my doubts, but I must keep pushing through.
Finally reunited with my beloved Airstream, it was time to set off to Germany, where Caravan Salon Düsseldorf was still going ahead. The show itself was scaled back, but there were plenty of safety measures in place.
I'm not backing down, 'cause the future is now.
Oh, come on.
Best of all was catching up with old friends like Camper Toby and the very lovely Melly, a woman with class and a dishwasher from the channel Happy Camping. Dishwasher here on P1. It can only be the very lovely Melly from Happy Camping. And it was at Caravan Salon that I fell in love. The refreshed Airstream 534. Oh my word. Right, I need to turn the camera off and stop waffling, folks, and I think I might just need to sit down and have a moment on my own. So this is the refreshed Airstream International 534. Don't wrap it, I'll wear it. As planned, I dropped off my own Airstream at Airstream Germany for its long-awaited refurb, with every intention of picking it up a couple of months later. We'll catch up on that at the end of this video. On the way back to Scotland, it was a delight to stop off at Vantage Motorhomes and see how these beautifully crafted vans are built. And I fell in love again, this time with a Vantage Neo. But yeah, this is just lovely. I mean, I quite often get cabin fever if I spend too long in a van conversion. I don't think I would in this one, because it's very motorhome like in its feel, and you can tell I really, really, really like this.
The drive home was stunning, but my goodness, there was a lot of traffic around.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay. The sun is shining bright to another day. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. Well, if at first you don't succeed, you better try again. Clenched fist can't plant the seed.
Back at home, it was lovely to reconnect with the island and take some walks and rediscover the art of trig bagging.
The third and final trig point of this whole triangulation found. Here we are.
I've needed to travel to Inverness on a couple of occasions, and on one of them I was privileged enough to take a flight, and my goodness, what stunning scenery I saw. And finally back at home, now winter's here, I've used some of the time to start decorating the house. I've just finished the study and I'm absolutely delighted with it, especially with the wardrobes, which I've managed to reuse rather than replace.
So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that little review of the year, some of the good stuff that happened in the year 2020. And let's just hope, folks, that fingers crossed, this last lockdown we're going through now is just the final sting in the tail before things start to gradually and consistently improve next year in the year 2021. So let's all just keep our fingers crossed and let's be positive and look to a brighter future. Now I've got a huge thank you to say first of all to everybody, and that is to you for watching my videos. The channel recently hit 60,000 subscribers and I'm absolutely blown away by everyone's support. Now, a lot of people recently have commented, generally in a nice way, a few in a not so nice way, that, oh, you've been going so long now, isn't 60,000 a bit low? Well, I consider this channel and your support in the way that I consider many things, and that is I strive for quality, not quantity. And even though YouTube is very good at saying, oh, this video wasn't as good as some of your videos, you're a failure, I actually think, no, if you look at many of the comments that people write to the videos, I read every single one, I reply to as many as I can. I'm very grateful for each of them. And honestly, The wonderful comments that I get really, really make me know that this channel is a huge success. It might not be a huge success compared to some of the huge channels out there, but as far as I'm concerned, for one man in a van with a dog, I think that the quality of the people who watch this channel make it the lovely comments. So thank you everybody for your support. I'm still blown away by the figure 60,000, I really am. And we will just keep doing what we're doing, even though, as I say, some people are a bit critical that we've been going for a while now. We've only got 60,000 subscribers. As I say, they are 60,000 quality, genuine, and very lovely subscribers. So once again, thank you. As for the future now, well, I would love to do some live broadcasts, but I can't get broadband, thank you BT. Been trying for months now to get broadband. They're saying that they're upgrading the cabinet. There's nothing going on at the cabinet, and people are saying there's just no capacity at the cabinet for any more connections. Even though this house was connected to broadband once, we're not being connected. So I've got to try and pursue that. So if anyone can help know what buttons to push with BT or OpenReach that we can actually get connected, because they won't even take us on as a client because they're saying there's this upgrade going on. No new clients. And because we're not a client, we can't actually complain because we're not a customer of the company. So no broadband, so no live broadcasts still, which is annoying because I'd like to do some Q&As for you. The Airstream, well, the plan was to go down and see my mum at Christmas in Kent, and then to go and collect the Airstream early January with Dougal, and then go snowboarding in the French Alps, and then dash back over to Stuttgart, to the Stuttgart show, and then eventually come home in February. Well, obviously none of that is going to happen. So never mind. The current plan is I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to go and get the Airstream in the spring. So hopefully, if we're allowed to travel internationally in April, I'd like to go and get the Airstream. Also, great news, I'm sorry if we're boring you, Dougal. Great news is that hoping to do a few more motorhome trips in 2021. So we're looking forward to doing some more trips, more exciting trips, because it all got a bit, oh, excuse me. Look, come on. Look, you're public. They only tune in for you. They don't tune in for me. I know, yes. Gosh, if it wasn't for you, no one would watch. So where was I? Yes, we're hoping to do some motorhome trips in 2021, collect the Airstream in April. So I'm really looking forward to getting the Airstream back in the spring. I've been missing it terribly. It would have been nice to get away for a couple of days over the winter. In the summer, I'd like to go up to Harris and Lewis for a few days. I'd like to go down to South Uist. So probably still more Hebrides caravanning trips, but we'll see how the year pans out. We've got some more trips to and from Inverness that I've already done for you in the car, one directly and one via Stornoway. So we'll get those videos done, got some more ideas, so we'll get those done for you. So once again, folks, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. If you don't subscribe at the moment, please consider subscribing. Give us this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Have a very, very happy 2021. And it just leaves me to say, from Dougal and from me, thanks for tuning in. There. What did you think, Dougal? What do you think of 2020? Are you excited about 2021? Are you excited about next year? Are you excited about... I think we'll take that as a no.